This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather Ho. That was Joe Giordano. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, October 11th, is a linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL, currently playing for them. He's been with the Steelers since he was drafted in 2017. He's been a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, winning it once in 2021 because of his sacks mark. And it's the younger brother of a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. So he wears number 90 for the Steelers. He's now 30 years old. His name is TJ Watt. He was born and raised in Pewaukee, Wisconsin. It was a 3-star prospect coming out of high school. So he went to Wisconsin, his birth state, and was a tight end. He had knee problems and all that. So as a redshirt sophomore, he was actually asked to switch to defense and said it was huge and all that. But he had some good sack marks in the Big Ten Conference and all that. And during the 2016 season, his final year at Wisconsin, he put up 11.5 sacks. He had a pick 6 against Purdue for Wisconsin. He was named first team All-American for a while. I think first team All-Big Ten, and then he decided to forego his senior season and enter the 2017 draft. So he looked pretty impressive and all that. Some say Watt would be a first or late first, early second round pick. So that was the question on everyone's lips: is where would he land? I'll tell you where he landed. He landed in Pittsburgh. Linebackers drafted before him. Well, Arizona drafted Hassan Reddick from Temple. Detroit drafted Jarrett Davis from Florida. And then he was the third linebacker picked. He was the 30th pick, third last pick in the first round. And like the prediction said, TJ Watt was a late first round pick. So the Steelers took him. It was big and all that. He was the fourth linebacker selected, but the Steelers decided to give him a 4-year guaranteed rookie contract. He was competing with James Harrison for the right outside linebacker position and won it. He saw limited action in his preseason, but he made his professional seasonal debut in the Steelers game against the Browns, putting up 7 combined tackles, 2 sacks, and had a pick off of DeShone Kizer as the Steelers won. He was the first rookie to start as linebacker on the Steelers since Aaron Jones in 1988. So anyway, he had things going for him. Anyway, he finished his rookie season with 54 tackles, 7 sacks, a forced fumble, and a pick in 15 games. Helping Pittsburgh make the playoffs, win the AFC North, but somehow in some way, shockingly lost to Jacksonville in the division round. So anyway, Watt was named to the left outside linebacker position instead of the right one because Bud Dupree took over. So anyway, he had 10 tackles and 3 sacks. Blocked a field goal in overtime, which saw the Steelers and Browns end in a 21-21 tie. You get AFC Defensive Player of the Week for that action. He started all 16 games this time with 68 tackles, 13 sacks, and 3 pass deflections. In 2019, he put up 14.5 sacks, leading the AFC in that category, and had 8 forced fumbles, an NFL record. Well, NFL top mark. He finished third in Defensive Player of the Year voting, and in the COVID year of 2020, he tried his best. He finished second in Defensive Player of the Year voting, and unfortunately the Steelers lost to the Browns in the wildcard game. He still went to the Pro Bowl. He still did pretty good. He would lead the NFL in sacks and quarterback hits, but still didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. And then Pittsburgh decided to sign him to a 4-year, $112 million extension, meaning that he was the highest paid defensive player in the NFL at that time, and he was still at Pittsburgh. So anyhow, in the final week against Baltimore, he sacked Tyler Huntley, making it 22.5 sacks, tying Michael Strahan's 20-year-old sack record. Of course, Strahan's record is controversial because Brett Favre kind of laid down for Strahan, so that Strahan would set the mark and break Gastineau's record. But regardless, Pittsburgh won in overtime, and he actually missed 2 games, which was shocking. Is that of the 17 games in the season, he missed 2 of them, and he had 22.5 sacks. Honestly, that's just weird. But nevertheless, he was actually named NFL Defensive Player of the Year, so at least he had that. In 2022, he left week 1 with a torn patellar muscle, being placed on injured reserve, and then had to have arthroscopic knee surgery. He did return in November 2022 and played 10 games and had 5.5 sacks. But dude was hurt. Anyway, J.J. Watt sacked Deshaun Watson in week 2 of 2023 to break James Harrison's mark for quarterback sacks. He would put up 19 sacks, leading the NFL in sacks. He actually became the first player to lead the NFL in sacks at least 3 times, since sacks were unofficial stat in 1982. So he had 19 the whole year, and unfortunately missed the Steelers playoff game against the Bills because of a knee injury. So anyway, he's back with the Steelers, playing 4 games as of this taping, with 108 games played for Pittsburgh, 99.5 sacks. So my guess is that in week 5 he's broken the 100 sack record. He had 7 career interceptions, no pick sixes, 27 forced fumbles. In the postseason, he's only played 3 postseason games, not really doing too well. Well, Pittsburgh's been struggling. So anyway, yeah, 6-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, Defensive Player of the Year 2021. Buckles Award in 2020. 22.5 sacks, tied with Michael Strahan for an NFL record. Season's leading league in sacks with 3, but that's kind of controversial because that sacks that only started in 1982. He holds Steelers records for sacks in a single season and a career. Well, he's almost at 100 sacks. So anyway, he's the youngest of 3 sons of Connie and John Watt. Derek Watt was a former fullback who was college teammates with TJ for this run in Wisconsin, and then was drafted in the 6th round by the Chargers. And his older brother JJ is a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. He was a Houston icon, and I think he's played for Houston. I don't know if he played for another team other than Houston. Oh no, Arizona he did. JJ Watt at least. Anyway, he majored in retailing and consumer behavior. That's a major? That's cool. He would marry professional soccer player Danny Rhodes, and they're expecting their first child right now. So anything is possible in the world of pro football. And that's where we'll stop right there. Anyway, I'm going to do.